Here we are again. We are with Tim Estes today. Hi, Tim.
Pleasure to be here.
Yeah,
Thank you.
I'm excited to have you today. I've actually been praying about it all day that the Lord would just use this time to encourage somebody.
Amen. I'm with you.
And so I'm here with Chase and I'm Logan with the Battle Branch Boys, and this is episode 8.
7 or 8.
Yeah, I get them mixed up because of that testimony of
Yeah.
of the river pirate. Did you see the river pirate?
I have not, but I would like to. I'll
Yeah.
go back and see it.
Yeah, he was a blast to have on.
Yeah, he's a good dude.
Awesome.
He was a good dude. But Tim is the pastor of
New Life.
New Life.
New Life Church in Siloam. I just went blank. I knew it all along. But how long have you been the pastor at New Life Church?
I started as a youth pastor in 1989 and became a co-pastor shortly thereafter, but my dad retired in 1995, and they elected me as the lead pastor then. So from 95 till now, so 30 years worth of lead pastoring.
30 years.
Yeah.
You've got a little bit on me. I've been, let's see, I think it's a little over 18 years.
Awesome.
So,
Yeah, it's like John Maxwell said, pastoring is an exquisite agony. Sometimes it's awesome, and sometimes it's very difficult.
yeah. I heard somebody say ministry would be fun if there weren't people involved. But so that's something that we have in common.
Yes.
But another thing that we have in common is we love the outdoors.
Amen.
So I just I didn't really even have an agenda for tonight. I just wanted to have a conversation with you.
We won't have trouble finding stuff to talk about.
I imagine not.
I promise you.
Tell me what inspired you to be in the outdoors and in hunting and fishing and all the things.
Yeah, great question. I think guys are sort of born innately. Most guys, not every guy, but most guys have a innate, maybe predatory sense about them. If there's no opportunity to explore that, then a lot of guys never get to enjoy it. But when I was 7 years old, my father was a pastor. We went to preach for another pastor in Benton, Arkansas. He had a son named Mark Thomas, who was also my age. And we got up as 7-year-olds and got our BB guns. And we went out and crawled off in a frosty ditch before daylight to shoot birds or whatever. You know, we were hunting. 7 years old.
Oh yeah.
And and Mark and I, as blessings would have it, we're still hunting buddies, and I'll be 60 in January. And
Wow.
we've hunted
That's awesome.
all of our lives together. Not every year, but almost every year. Been to Quebec, Canada for caribou, been to Colorado for elk, hunted the Ozarks for whitetail. But that's where it started when I was 7, and my BB gun.
Yeah.
And,
That's probably how a lot of people are.
Yeah.
That's how I am. I mean,
Yeah.
I had a Honda Z50 motorcycle and like a Daisy pump BB gun. And
what number were they? I can't remember. 7 something, weren't they?
yeah, something I don't remember. I still got it somewhere. I think it's in.
Do you really?
Yeah, I think it's in that barn up there at my parents' old house where Jade lives. But yeah, you never seen me on that motorcycle without a BB gun strapped to my back.
Yeah. Something about being raised, and the culture's changing so much, but we were raised with guns in the house, and we were treated them with respect. When I went to high school, we still had a gun rack in the back of the truck with
Me
a
too.
gun hanging on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and times are changing, but we grew up with that
It's sad.
mentality. It is.
It's sad because I would love for my kids to be able to enjoy that time.
Yeah,
My kids.
you bet.
I mean, my kids have, I think they have probably lived differently than a lot of kids have lived. They can just leave here and go out to the Battle Branch. I don't know if you know what about the Battle Branch. The reason we're called the Battle Branch Boys is because there's a creek that comes out of the ground right at my grandma's place.
Really? I wondered about that.
And it's called the Battle Branch.
Is that from a Civil War
I
situation, or do you know?
I think Grandpa used to say that there was two women that fought over a man. I really, that's what he would say, and I don't know if that was the truth, but
Uncivil War.
I wondered if it was with the war, but I guess maybe not. I don't know for sure, but
yeah. Anyway, your kids can go right there. And,
I've always kind of bragged that they could kind of live on their own. They've lived in the woods their whole life, and but at the same time, I've worried, not worried, but I just wished that they could have, had that, like we had. The guns were respected and
yes,
and they were carried to school in the back of a truck, on the gun rack, and it was
in the window.
Yeah. I'll tell you a story that's unbelievable to people today, and I got to give some props to an elder. He's way up in his 80s, named Bill Harrison. Do you know Bill by chance? Joey Stovall's. He calls him Pawpaw.
Oh yeah.
All right.
Yes, we know.
Seen all kinds of videos of him.
Pawpaw, for whatever reason, he was in our church and he knew that I loved to hunt. So when I was 10 or 11 years old, my dad was busy and making a living and whatnot, and I called him Brother Bill. Brother Bill, he would take me hunting as a 10, 11-year-old boy.
Oh man,
bro. I killed my first deer with a muzzleloader when I was 11 with him. But anyway, we hunted up at Sulphur Springs, and one day I was out still hunting around, and I got lost. There's no phones, back then, and you just kind of fly by the seat of my pants. I got turned around. So I just kept walking. I came out to a road, and I'm like, well, I'm not going to leave this road. I'll just walk this road out or whatever happens. Well, a school bus came by. And that school bus stopped. I got a 30-06 strapped on my back. And the guy says, you need any help? I said, yeah, I can't find my
pawpaw.
Yeah, I can't find pawpaw.
Brother Bill.
Yeah, he said, I explained what we were doing. He said, I know right where you're parked. He said, get on here and I'll take you around. I stood in the wheel well of that school bus with a loaded 30-06. And he took me 2 or 3 curves around, dropped me off at the car.
Oh my!
You think that would not happen today?
Oh my gosh, that's
not a
crazy.
chance.
Not a chance.
That is crazy. I think that's awesome, but it's crazy.
Yeah. It is.
I seen a article. I think I took a screenshot of it, and it's an article, and it has the whole story. But this bus driver, a long time ago, I'd say a long time ago, probably 30 years ago, he kept seeing this big buck. He's on his school route driving the bus, and he kept seeing this big buck out in the field, and it one day he was like, I've had enough of seeing this thing. So he brought his gun with him on his bus route. And he pulled over and shot this buck. And the picture in the newspaper article was the buck strapped to the hood of the bus.
Wow.
I don't remember where I saw that, but I was like, man,
God,
that is awesome. That's just the way things used to be.
That is so much trust. And
I wish it was like that still.
me too.
I do. I wish that was a good time. You were talking about the motorcycle.
Yeah.
Having a BB gun strapped to your back. I had a 50 Yamaha Y Zinger is what it was called. But I had something different on my back. It was an imaginary friend named Hank Beamer.
Hank Beamer.
Hank Beamer. And I think I can attribute his name to Hank Jinks. Do you know Hank Jinks?
Yeah, I do.
Do you?
Yes.
He was on our podcast, second or third.
Hank's a great guy.
Yeah. And he was kind of my hero when we were growing up. He grew up right down the road here, and he would ride his motorcycle out in the field, and he would jump terraces with that motorcycle. I thought it was the coolest thing ever, you know.
You bet.
And somehow I came across my imaginary friend named Hank Beamer that lived in a walnut tree around
And he stayed on your back on that bike.
He just rode around with me. Me and him went hunting all the time, but my mom could tell a whole bunch of stories about Hank Beamer, though.
That's cool. Maybe you have a series of books in you.
I've wanted to.
The Hank Beamer trilogy or something.
Yeah, I've wanted to.
I love it. I love it.
Yeah, my dad was the one that got me started hunting. I love hearing about somebody that's not their dad, though. That you know what I mean, like Brother Bill. I felt I don't know what I felt just now. Joey and I and Chase are friends, and kind of when we first got started, we had a lot of discussion about things, but he had a bad accident.
He did, and the Lord spared his life.
A couple years ago, or was it last year?
Last year, I think. So praise God, he's okay. I just saw him at the chili cook-off for the fire department. He was there. We got to visit, but great guy. Yeah. Great guy.
Yeah, he is. He come and helped us with VBS one time.
Did he?
Yeah, he's a character.
He
was a character.
He is a character. I love he and Rachel. They're good people.
Yeah. His family's good people, I think.
Yeah, they really are.
I worked with Brad Stovall at Franklin Electric. He was a mess.
He's a hoot. He is a hoot.
Is he pastoring now?
You know, he just retired from pastoring. He pastored in Paris, Arkansas for a long time. And
it's way down south.
Yeah, it is the other side of Fort Smith, I think. But good deer country down there. A lot of good deer country, yeah.
Good duck country, I hear.
Good duck country.
Do you duck hunt?
I have. I've not been as avid as I have the deer, but I enjoy it. Most of my hunting's been on the river. I grew up on the river, so I out my back door was the Illinois River. You could hit it with a rock.
Oh, wow.
So I grew up just setting up blinds along the river in places I knew that they would land in. And they didn't frequent that until it got super, super cold. Like the farm ponds freeze over, then they come to the running water.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I'd stage up when it was 0 degrees and have a good time.
Yeah.
Duck hunting. I goose hunted down in Texas quite a bit, but I've not done any like Stuttgart type hunting. Do you guys do any of that stuff?
No. The most hunting I've ever done with ducks is jumping ponds.
Yeah.
That's
fun.
That's the only thing I've ever done too.
It's fun doing that. But no, I went one time with some lay down blinds and a dog, and I knew right then that I didn't want to get involved because it was going to be a lot of money.
That's the deal.
It's a lot of money, and it is super cold.
Super cold and messy.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I mean, I can find myself loving it. Don't get me wrong, but
there's only so many bad habits a guy can have, right?
Yeah, that's right. That is right. I thought that I just knew right away that it was just something that I was going to spend a lot of money on, and I already do that with.
Yeah, I'm tracking right with you, brother.
There are other things.
Have you ever seen any of his brother's duck calls?
I don't think I have.
His brother makes
Battle Creek custom.
I need to own one. I'll have to buy one from him.
Yeah,
they are awesome.
Yeah.
I've got a few calls, and I want to be able. I got to get a man cave. See, I built a little shed out there, but I haven't got it furnished yet. I got all the stuff to do it, but I love your I love your surroundings right
Thank
here.
you.
Super nice.
Most of the stuff is Grandpa's stuff.
Really?
Yeah, there's the reels right there are his reels and his fishing stuff, and these Zebcos behind me are
Yep.
his stuff. And
Yep.
I just,
Isn't that nice to have that heritage?
oh man,
I'm the same.
yeah, it's treasure to me. It really is. Just to have not just the things, but what he did for us.
Did you ever hunt with your grandfather?
Uh-huh.
Did you really?
Yeah, yeah.
See, I never got that privilege, but I have my grandfather, a couple of his guns. Mm-hmm. In fact, I've killed probably maybe half of the deer I've killed with guns with one that he left me.
Yeah.
And that's special, man.
Oh, yeah.
My goodness.
The 30-30 right there is Grandpa's.
Yes, see, that's
Yeah.
awesome.
Yep.
Kind of sentimental old
It
sap,
is.
let me tell you.
Yeah, it is.
I can't get rid of anything.
I'm the same way. Here a while back, it's been a couple of years ago, but I hunted with my grandpa all the time growing up, and he had a old what is it, a Remington 742?
Yeah. The automatic.
The Woodsmaster. It's a
Yeah.
semi-automatic in a 30-06, and he always carried that.
I remember him carrying it.
Yeah, and one day I was at his house and I asked him, I was like, "What happened to that old 30-06?" He's like, "Oh, I'll let your cousin have it." And I was like, "Oh man, I gotta. If I can possibly get my hands on that, I gotta get my hands on that." And so I messaged my cousin and I was like, "Hey, would you be willing to part with that?" He's like, "Well, yeah, I will, but I'll just trade you like one of your rifles." And I get attached to my rifle. So I've got to find a rifle that I don't care about. And so I found somebody that had a 30-06 bolt action, nice gun. I traded them a pistol for that, and then traded that.
There you go. You're
Yeah,
a trader,
You didn't
bro.
want to get rid of the sentimental stuff.
No.
I had to keep hold of that stuff.
Every gun you picked up, you was like, I shot that.
Yeah,
point.
I know.
That's right. I fully
I've got
understand.
so many memories with this
Yes.
one, I can't get rid of it.
Yeah.
Yes, I got a bow, a long bow that a fella, Native American man that was a mentor in my life, John Greathouse. You might have known
Yeah.
Johnny Greathouse. Do you know him?
I know some great houses.
Clark Greathouse was
Okay.
his brother. Johnny taught me how to brim fish, and that's something I do to this day in the month of May.
Oh yeah.
But we fished a lot together. He hunted as well. He wasn't hugely successful as a hunter, but he enjoyed it. We hunted together. But he, while he was dying, he had me come over to his house, and he gave me his bow.
Oh, wow.
So I have that bow, and I wouldn't take anything for it.
Absolutely not.
No. Sentimental.
That is amazing.
Yep.
You said earlier you went up to where'd you say?
Quebec.
Quebec, yeah.
Quebec, Canada. Yeah,
Caribou hunting?
Yeah.
Did you get one?
I did.
Did you?
Not a great one, but I got one.
How was that?
It was great. We went up there. Shefferville was kind of the pod where we flew out of. So we flew in there on a twin engine plane. From there, we took a float plane. Flew out about, I don't know, hour and a half, and they had a little makeshift camp on a lake, and they tried to get you in front of a migrating herd. Those things migrate massively, you know.
I've heard that they, like, if you can get in front of one of those, or I've seen videos where if you get in front of one of them herds, I mean, it's just like, take your pick.
Yeah, it's really an easy hunt when things are right. But we got there, and we stayed on this place, hunted around, not a caribou in sight. So they came like 4 days in, and they moved us to a place where guys had seen some and flew us to this other camp. We flew in as a group of like 12 guys. Everybody there had killed two bulls apiece. They had them all caped out. Nice caribou. But they said, we haven't seen one in like 24 hours. We were like, well, we'll have good luck. So we hunted around, not a caribou in sight, carcasses everywhere. So we got down to the last day, and my buddies Mark and I said, bro, we're going to go after it today. Hammer down. So we took off. We walked out about 4 miles and saw a couple of caribou just flicker through the timber there. It's tundra, but it's got some sagey looking mesquite kind of trees. Anyway, and the weather's amazing. They told us coming in, said the weather will change all day long to about 4 things: hot, rainy, sleet, snow, and back to hot. And they weren't kidding. We'd take our
like
jackets
Oklahoma
off.
stuff.
Yeah, kind of like Oklahoma. Tie our jacket around our waist, and in a few minutes it'd be snowing.
That's crazy.
It was crazy. But it was snowing right down. We took a video camera. My friend, this young bull stepped out, and I told him, I said, first thing I get a crack at, I'm taking it, because who knows?
Yeah.
So I killed that young bull. Then we had to roll him up and pack him up, and that 4 miles back on that tundra
Rough.
was brutal. Never forget it. But
I bet it was.
yeah, it was brutal. But I still have the rack. You know, it's not very big, but I thought I'd come back with a nice one.
Did you say Mark, the guy that's from Benton? Is that who it was?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Wow.
He now lives in this side of Van Buren there.
Okay.
He's a store manager
Yeah.
for Harps, but
Okay.
good guy, good friend. Yeah,
That's pretty awesome. You have a buddy that hunts like that.
it is.
Bobby, the guy that's Bobby Williams, that's in our group. Him and I, pretty much, we've been hunting together as long as we was able to do it by ourselves. I'm probably 15, 16 years old.
Isn't that great? That's
Yeah.
so good.
Yeah,
So good.
it's good. We I had a friend that had a 12th birthday party one time, and his dad was big into archery. He had what's the Oneida bows? You know the Oneida bows that
I do.
kind of look like a recurve with
Yeah.
the compound.
Yeah.
He had some Oneida bows, and then he had some recurves. And for the birthday party, we had a bale of hay and a paper plate out there.
Just shooting.
Just shooting the fire out of it.
And I didn't know how much I was going to love shooting bows, but that was it.
The bug bit you.
It was. I know that it was right then that I loved bow hunting. I loved shooting bows, and so we. That's Jerry Snell. Do you know Jerry Snell?
The name rings
He's
a bell.
from Colcord.
Yeah, the name rings a bell. I'm sure
Yeah.
I've met him.
Yeah.
Jerry Snell.
But he was instrumental in getting me involved in bow hunting, and then that bow right there.
Yep.
My dad's best friend gave me that. It's a bear whitetail hunter.
From the 80s?
Yeah, 78, I think.
78.
When he
Yep.
bought it.
Yep.
And I made a series a couple of years ago about restoring that thing, and I went out, I think, 7 times to try to kill something with it. And I got to draw on a little spike, and that was it the whole time. I just could not catch a break with that, but I never shot anything with that bow.
It used to drive me crazy whenever you would take it out.
Why?
Because he had a giant running around here, and he's taking that bow with him, and I'm like, dude,
What are
stop
you doing?
taking that bow. He's gonna step out, and you're gonna have that thing.
He's
in your
going to
hand.
step out at 22 yards, and it's going to be about 18 too far for
That's right. 100%.
Yeah, that was fun. That's the fun part of hunting, though.
It is. I mean, I take my recurve out all the time, but
Have you ever killed anything with your recurve?
yeah,
Yeah, I've not done that.
I've killed two bucks.
Nice.
I killed a 5-point and an 8-point. The first one I ever killed was a 5-point. I got it all on film, and then I usually kind of get it out whenever I don't like. If there's a year that I don't have something just giant on camera.
Yeah,
You enjoy hunting with it.
Yeah,
that's when hunting
Yeah.
gets fun, though.
it does. But like if I have a giant on camera, I'll usually take my compound just in case he steps out. And then if I don't have if I have some good ones but not great, I usually take the recurve. I like
cool. Good for you. I got to tell you my first bow kill story. Part of the hunting lore, right, is about the storytelling.
Oh yeah,
for
right?
sure.
yeah,
Yeah. So I mean, camping,
yeah.
hunting, the whole deal. I love every aspect of it.
Me
but
too.
I love the heritage. I love the storytelling. I love the laughter and the tears around a campfire.
Oh, it's my favorite thing.
Heart and soul of it.
Yes, it is.
That's the heart and soul. So I decided to go. I got into bow hunting, but I wasn't terribly serious about it until several years ago. I decided I got to kill a buck with my bow, and I got an invitation to go up to Missouri with some guys for like a 3-day hunt. So I bought a tag, went up there with them, and didn't know anything about the lay of the land, just going stone cold on this thing. It was dark, and they drove me up I was in the back of a pickup, and they said, "Okay, you can hunt right here to your right. This whole finger of timber, it's all yours." Okay, great. They drive off. It's pitch black. I ease into the edge of the timber. Frosty morning, not a hair stirring. I mean, not a drift of wind. And I'm just slipping along as quiet as I can possibly be. And I walk right up 17 yards on a buck. He's got his head down, he throws his head up, and there's just enough light. I saw the movement. And I'm like, oh my, there's a deer right there. I walked right up on him. So I stood there and let it get a little lighter. Sure enough, there's a nice 8-pointer grazing right there. So now I get a arrow out of my quiver, and I get it on my bow. I draw. He has no idea I'm there. And I let that arrow fly, and I heard a whack. Sounded just like a double lung, and big old kick, and he trots around to my left, and I watch him. I'm like, okay, fall. He's just standing there. He twitches his tail like everything's good, and where I had shot, God is my witness, there was a little cedar tree about 2 inches diameter. You could not have dead centered that little trunk. I cut it in two so cleanly it stood there for a second. I cut the tree in two, and that tree went and fell over. Well, when it did, the buck looked back at the tree. He thought the tree had made the noise.
Oh, yeah.
Put his head back down, went to eating. I got another arrow. Zing. Now I'm shook up. My heart's in my throat.
Oh, I imagine.
Right over the top of him.
Oh.
This dude just kept moving around me. I shot at that sucker 5 times. 5. And did not touch a hair on him.
Oh, that is so funny.
So here's
I've
the rest
done
of the
that.
story. I was just beating myself up like you're an idiot, That evening, I got to look around during the day, kind of get the lay of the land. I found a big old scrape.
I thought you were going to say you had to go look around and find all your arrows.
Well, they told me they were gathering up arrows for months.
Yeah.
But so I got in a tree near that scrape, and that evening, that same buck came right under my tree. I shot him right between the shoulder blades and dropped him.
Same buck.
Same buck. The 6th shot, I got him. I said, "Listen, to get this bow hunting done, I got to have a very dumb deer." But I finally got it done.
That's incredible.
That's cool because that's the way I shot my very first deer with a bow.
Straight down.
Straight down, right,
Yep,
right under my tree.
Yep, same.
Rick,
Hendry?
it was on my 16th birthday.
Really?
Yeah, it was on my 16th birthday,
That's
and
cool.
Rick,
Which is coming up, right?
yeah,
November the
11th.
11th.
Yeah,
Nice.
not my 16th.
Happy birthday.
Not appreciate it. Not my 16th though, 40th.
All right.
But
Nice.
Rick Hendren took me and my buddy Levi,
Uh-huh.
and it was the rut, and there was deer moving all over the place, and I had a little buck come, right under me. I shot him right in the same spot, right behind shoulder blade, or right in between the shoulder blades.
They don't go very far, do they?
Well, Rick took me to Indiana, and I fired 6 shots at a, at a
remember you
buck,
telling
and
me
I
that.
never got him. I run out of arrows.
Oh my! So you know what I'm talking about?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I do want to tell you my favorite
Yeah.
story though.
I
Is
wanna
that
hear
right?
it. Please, please.
That buck right behind you, that 8-point right there. I killed 10 point right there, and at the same time there was another 10-point, which was him. That was probably 115 inches, not very big, but probably a 2-year-old deer. And I watched him grow a few years, and I kept thinking he was going to be a giant like this Tin Man was, and he just never did. And I didn't. One year I didn't see him; he just was gone. And this 8-point shows up, and he's got an eye missing. This 8-point had an eye missing on his right eye, and so I called him Rooster Cogburn. And
I love it.
so I was actually hunting a deer that we called Lefty that year, and he was a giant 7-point. That's another story, but when he got killed, I tried to get my dad on this deer, Rooster, and I tried to get my sons on him, and we just could not. He was too smart.
Too smart.
He was an old guy, really old deer.
Savvy.
Yep. And can you hear okay? Oh,
Pull it out.
you pulled it right here. Yeah. There you go.
Got it. Thank you.
Yeah. But I got word that an 8-point was shot, and from one of the neighbors, and they had seen it cross a road. And so one day when it snowed, it was December 15th, and it was snowy, and I just wanted to go get some intel, see where the deer were moving to. And I took a GoPro camera and I mounted it to my bow, and I left here and just started walking. And I think the walk was probably like 3 or 4 hours long. I just kept finding tracks and just kept following, and just to see where they were at. And I got to where I was about to circle around and come back home, and was walking down a fence row, and I could see the tracks were going back and forth, and they couldn't jump the fence, or something was going on, or they were just on that fence row a lot.
Hindered right there. Yeah.
And about that time, a horse moved to my right, and it spooked me. I thought it was a deer, and I thought, wow, that's just a horse. And then I turned and look, and to my left, underneath a cedar tree, was Rooster Cogburn. Bedded down, watching me.
Oh, wow.
Just staring at me. I knew it was him because I saw his eye was gone.
Yeah.
That's how close I was. And I thought, he's just going to watch me. I can't believe this. And he thinks he's hidden underneath that tree.
Yep.
You got snow all around it, but underneath the tree, there's no snow, and he's blended in good. And I could see him blink one time, and he's just staring at me. And so I drew back real slow, and I pointed it at him, and right in front of his vitals was a sapling. I couldn't shoot him. So I thought, I'm going to back up, and if he jumps up, I'm just going to fling one at him.
Yeah.
And I took one step backwards, and he just sat there and just waited on me. And I let it go, and it went right through his heart. And he tried to get up at first, and then he just laid there and kind of quivered, and then all of a sudden he just does a backflip underneath that tree and dies. And it was the most memorable hunt.
Absolutely.
It was incredible to do
to
that.
walk right up on him.
And that was all on film. And
Really?
it's a good video.
I got to see that.
I
got to see that.
It's just called Rooster on YouTube.
I'll go check it out.
It's quite long because I tell the story about
We were talking on the phone,
how he was 10.
and you were and you tell the story of like what happens to me over the phone, and I was
Yeah.
filming it.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the way the video goes. Is I'm telling him and Derek about the hunt, about what happened.
Yeah.
And that was what was on the film. So it's a really
fantastic.
cool video.
I think animals, like you're describing, have that false sense of security sometimes up under the brush like that. I have a fox mounted that I did the same thing. It was raining actually in Texas. I was hunting on a lease, and man, I got to hunt on some great leases out there. But I was just still hunting along, and I looked up, and there's a fox just curled up underneath a cedar like that, and thought it was completely hidden. And now I've enjoyed looking at it for years, right?
Right.
Because I took it.
Yeah.
I had shot a giant 8-point. I named him Dr. What was that? Yeah, it was Dr. Jekyll. I named him Dr. Jekyll.
That's
And
on a film on this too, isn't it?
Yeah.
I've seen that one.
Yeah.
Big
And
deal.
I hit him right in the shoulder. Well, on the property that I was hunting directly to the south is this, I'm talking the thickest stuff you can imagine.
You can't even walk through
It is nasty.
briars.
Which they love.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he ran into that, and I got Logan to come and help me look, and took off work the next day and looked, and Logan ended up having to go, and so I was like, I'm just gonna look for him all day long. I mean, I gotta try to do my best to try to find him.
Right.
And I was walking through that thick stuff, or however I was just getting through it, however I could get through it. And I remember it was years ago, but I remember I went past a cedar tree and didn't see anything, and I got probably, I don't know, 30 feet past it, and just so happened to like turn around and look, and there was a giant buck underneath that cedar tree that I had to have been 7-8 feet.
Are you serious?
And he knew whenever I saw him too, because
Yeah, he bolted.
Yeah.
like I couldn't see him whenever I was right next to him because it was so thick. But there was like a little hallway whenever I got past it, that whenever I turned and looked, it was open from that angle. And the second mine and his eyes locked, he knew that he
He
was
was in trouble.
found, and he jumped up and took
Oh
off.
my word.
But I mean, that just goes to show, like, there's
Yeah.
no telling how many.
How many deer do we walk by?
Yeah. I read about that as a boy. I used to get my hands on hunting magazines as much as I could, and that was my entertainment. But I've read about that. And one time on Fort Chaffee, hunting down there, I was walking down a levee, and brushy on both sides, very narrow, about twice the width of this table, and just cruising along, not trying to be super quiet, just walking. And I got from here to the wall, past this rough brush right there, and same thing.
Yeah.
That joker laid right there, and I passed him by 12 feet.
He was just gonna let you.
Yep.
He was just
And
gonna
when I
sit there
stopped,
and let you walk.
kind of just took a breath. He thought I had seen him, and he jumped up, and it scared me to death.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That going back to that one, whenever because I was looking for that big buck that I had shot, it was so thick that now this cedar tree was like, it was 10, 15 feet away from me. And he had jumped up, and I was like, man, he'd let me walk right past him. Like maybe that was him. Cause all I knew was that it was a big buck. And it took me 15 minutes to get from where I was at to underneath that cedar tree to his bed to see if there was any blood in it. That's how thick it
Oh
was.
my word.
I mean, it was nasty.
Yeah.
And it's even nastier today.
Is it?
It grows
Yeah,
big
it's
bucks,
so
I
bad.
guarantee you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They can hide in it.
Yeah. I have have had discussions as you guys have, like with people who see what we do, have no understanding of it, even don't like it, right?
Yeah.
You run into those people.
Oh yeah.
all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And this is like overstating the obvious, but I've had some great conversation with people who would talk about, I don't know why y'all, kill these beautiful creatures. And I said, I want to tell you just a very biological difference between prey and predators. They're like, what do you mean? I said, well, look at the animals of prey, the animals that we eat. Their eyes are on the side of their head. Pheasant, quail, rabbit, deer. I said, and take a look at the predators. Mountain lions, bears, bobcats, eyes are in the front of their heads. I said, now just look at my eyes.
Yeah, that's right.
You tell me what I am.
That's exactly right.
I was made for it.
Absolutely. And they were made for us.
They were made for us.
Yeah.
We don't abuse that privilege, but we absolutely enjoy it.
Yeah.
Every aspect of it.
Yeah. I think we've kind of hit on that subject before. What is there not to love about?
Absolutely.
I mean, of course, it's not a game. It's not what am I trying to say? It is very important to respect the animal, I think.
Of course.
But and when I was a kid, I didn't always do that. But you learn that.
Yes.
That is learned, I think.
Going back to that, the other day, so my daughter, Sunday,
Yeah.
she killed her first deer ever.
Right.
And
With a crossbow.
with a crossbow.
Nice.
She's 9. And,
Come on.
And we walked up to it, and I told her to. Well, first I was like, you gotta, go up there, nudge it a little bit, make sure it's dead. You don't want to turn around and hook you or something like that if it's not. And I was like, next thing you need to do, you need to pat that thing, tell it thank you.
Yeah.
She was like, okay.
Yeah.
She's like, thank you, dear. She didn't really understand it, but I
So
was like,
sweet.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But you told me that she did something else too.
What?
She prayed, right?
Oh yeah. I got back to the house, and we were, my wife and son, they were still up there at the house, and she's like, I want to surprise Mom and Graham. We're going to act like we didn't get a deer. And she didn't act like she didn't shoot a deer for maybe
A half a second.
like maybe 10 seconds.
Can't hold it in.
And
Can't hold it in.
she goes,
Didn't do any good. I'm just kidding.
yeah, she was like, and then she told my wife, and my wife was like, oh my gosh, are you serious? That's so great. I'm proud of you and all that. And we were just sitting there, and I was kind of telling Aaron the story of like how it happened and stuff. And Bradley kind of interrupted me, and she goes, you didn't know this, but I prayed for that when we were in the blind.
Come on now.
And I was like,
Come on.
really? You didn't even tell me. You didn't tell me that. She goes, what'd she say? She said, yeah. I said, dear Lord, please let a buck come in. Please let me make a good shot, and please let us find it. Amen.
Covers all the bases right there.
Straight to the point.
That's right.
That's awesome.
It is. The Native Americans, they have high respect for the game.
Yeah.
And I think they even have some belief in the spirit of the animals, so to speak. But they reverence it. But we try to also thank God when we make a harvest, for that, and
Oh man,
give Him praise.
It really is. That I mean, every time
Absolutely.
every time I feel like it's a gift from God. Every time.
Yeah.
Every time.
Yeah.
And
And sometimes I sit in the tree stand, I'm like, dear Lord, please. Can
I'm
you send
cold. My toes are numb, Lord.
I know you're busy. Yeah.
I don't even need like a 150 class. I'll take a 130.
Yeah. Backstrap.
That's funny. That deer you shot just like 2 years ago that we had trouble finding.
Which one?
The one that we found that was
Oh, yeah.
that jumped up and
yeah.
ran. Do you remember I posted a video of you shooting it while it was laying down? Then you just like raised your hand.
Oh, yeah,
you
yeah.
got real excited about because we had spent all morning looking all night and
I had
all
shot
morning.
it the night before, and
It rained.
I shot him a little far back, and it rained like 15 minutes after I shot him.
It's a bummer, isn't it?
Yeah. And, the next morning I called Logan.
Yeah.
He came over. And you can go ahead with it.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that. Do you remember the guy that made a big stink? He was, it was hate.
Oh, yeah.
But he was a hunter. We get so much from other hunters. It's unreal.
Hate mail or hate?
Just evil,
Comments
nasty comments
Yeah.
from other hunters. Most of the
Yeah.
time it's like, should have known he's a crossbow hunter. Or I've never hunted with a crossbow until this year, and
There's nothing wrong with it.
I've hunted with a crossbow this year because I don't like black powders, and it's my black powder.
Yeah.
But this guy says it was so disrespectful for Chase to be excited about his kill, his harvest, and I was like, "What is there not to be excited about? You provided for your family."
Yeah.
I know these people can't understand this, but we were made for this.
Absolutely.
We were made for this, and when we win, it feels like a win to me. It feels like you accomplished something that you were destined to do. You're put on the earth to do.
I agree. And also it connects us back to generations not so long ago. I mean, I just went to Germany and I saw a cathedral in Cologne, Germany. It took 620 years to build.
Oh, wow.
Think about that.
I saw the picture.
Talk about a building program. 600 years, that's over twice the age of our nation. But when you think about just going back, let's say 3 generations. So my dad passed away 2 years ago at age 87. His dad, my grandfather, was born in 1906. And so in his childhood, 1906, and then if you go back to my great-grandfather, you're in the 1800s.
Yeah.
So that's not very far. That's three generations.
Yeah.
Well, back then, in the 1800s, people did not go to grocery stores to get their meat,
No.
right?
No.
And so people who around the world think that meat comes in cellophane packages down at the Safeway or whatever it is,
Yeah.
they're just, dumb as a brick. I'm sorry, but
Yeah, they don't have
our
a clue.
forefathers raised their animals,
Yeah,
beef, chicken, pork, or they went out there and hunted for it.
yeah,
They knew how to hunt, and every boy knew how to skin, carried a knife safely, could field dress an animal. And I don't mean any disrespect, but I would venture to say, and it's not their fault. A lot of men, because they've not had the privileges that we have, but I'd bet you at least half the men, if you gave them a 10-point buck laying on the ground that needed to be field dressed and caped out and cut up, would be deer in the headlights, pun intended.
and how do they survive? How do people like that survive
If it all goes south,
and it could.
it could.
There was a lady that commented the other day about how could you kill such a magnificent creature?
Yeah.
And I said, I agree with you. It's a magnificent creature,
Yes.
but we wouldn't have survived if there weren't hunters. As humans,
Yes.
we wouldn't have survived
Yes.
without hunters.
And you go to the Bible, the instruction in the Old Testament, the cloven hoof animal, the animal that ruminates, was to be eaten
Yeah.
by God. And then I love
We have a shirt on our website. What verse is that?
Genesis 27:3.
Yeah. Genesis.
Take your bow and quiver and go get some game for me.
Yeah. Jacob. So, and then think about when God was opening the door of the gospel to the Gentiles, gave Peter a vision of all these unclean animals.
Right.
This would make a T-shirt. Rise, slay, and eat.
Oh man.
Yeah, that's a good one. We were
come
actually,
on.
while I was in the woods earlier, we were texting back and forth T-shirt ideas. I think that one.
Slay and eat,
Win.
baby.
Play and eat.
Come on.
That's gonna be the
That's
next
God saying that.
one. Yeah. For sure.
You
Yeah.
call these unclean. What I call,
Yeah.
what I've cleansed, don't call it common.
Right.
And so you can eat this now.
Exactly.
Go get them, baby.
This is for you.
Yeah. So, for the people that don't, like that, well, God's on our side. So.
Yeah.
He made them for us.
I know they just can't understand. It frustrates me so bad to I mean, well, for one, I made a video of my 10-year-old at the time shooting a bow at a target.
Yeah.
We were practice shooting, and I made a cool video. He's shooting lights out with the thing, and YouTube pulls it. YouTube pulls a video, and it's a dangerous activity.
Oh my word!
And
There you have it.
And I'm like, this is what we're all about.
Yeah, this is how we
Like
live life.
this is how, it's how we live. Like, I know that you don't understand this, but you are taking away something that this is how we live.
Amen.
And it was very frustrating and hard to understand for me, but I know it's probably hard for them to understand. They've lived in a concrete jungle
100%.
and
100%.
they don't understand.
Don't understand. So
It's kind of my goal. my goal is to raise up a new generation of hunters, and it's because I feel like if we don't raise up a new generation, we're going to have lawmakers that have no idea about it.
well said.
And if we don't prepare that for the future, we're not going to have hunting privileges.
Yeah. You bet.
So-
I'll tell you something else that's on my heart too, and I don't know what we do about it except to talk about it in forums like this too, but that's the urban sprawl that's happening, especially like in Northwest Arkansas, where cities are paying no attention to wildlife, to preserves of forested areas, et cetera. It's just make money, make asphalt, build buildings, make more money, repeat more subdivisions, and they're just pushing deer up in little pockets and say, well, we got too many deer. You're pushing them up in all the little pockets that are left.
Mm-hmm.
But we need people to think about what's this going to look like 100 years from now if time stands. There needs to be some preservation activity going on right now for counties and for municipalities to buy up some land and preserve it for nature, or our kids won't have it 100 years from now. So I want to put that on the radar of people who might listen in and say, let's protect some land.
I went to Swaziland, Africa in 2013 on a mission trip.
Wow.
Built a church.
Wow.
And it's so hard to understand if you've not been there, but there wasn't a bird flying. There wasn't a animal at all anywhere in the country.
Really?
And they had a preserve that had impala and zebra and maybe a wildebeest. I don't know what it was, but not very many animals in there, and it wasn't very big. But and that had just started in the last 10 years or something. What the problem was, you have the people of the city that could survive, in the city, begging for food or whatever it is, or having jobs or whatever. Then you had the people out into the wilderness that could survive off the land, and then the ones in the middle were just lost and dying.
Wow.
There were 400,000 orphans in this place.
Oh my word.
And it was the size of Delaware County, Oklahoma. The country was 64 miles east and west, and about 80 something north and south. But there was no conservation. There was nothing in place, and they killed everything. There was nothing left. And you talk about, there was no bugs, there was no birds. You know what I mean? Like there was
you could
nothing.
feel it.
Yeah.
You could feel it.
And, they were raising chickens and stuff, but but that was we didn't
That's
see
evidence
It was-
of
yes.
not protecting.
It's exactly right. It
bet.
was made so
You bet.
clear to me when I went there.
We got to
about-
do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. The beautiful thing about our future as Christians is that this old planet's going to be renewed and restored one day to its pristine beauty. So that'll be amazing.
Yes, it will. We gonna get to hunt it?
I don't know. That's a great question. There is a river in Edmonton, so maybe there's some fishing too. Maybe it's catch and release only. I don't know.
I bet it'll be good.
We're going to eat in heaven, so
Yeah,
who knows?
right.
Yeah,
Speaking of fishing, you do like fishing.
I do. I hate to admit this right here. Don't throw me out. But if I had to pick one or the other, I'd probably be a fisherman.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I love it that much.
yeah.
Maybe
What-
it's that convenient. I
What
don't
do
know.
you fish for the most?
The most? Probably my favorite thing. Of course, I brim fish. So I like the pan fish. That's probably number one. But after that would be smallmouth
Yeah,
on the river.
yeah.
I'm a big bass fisherman.
Yeah.
You grew up on the river, so
Yeah.
smallmouth. That's kind of us. I grew up on Flint,
Oh yeah.
so and it was small.
Smallmouth City.
Yeah, so yeah.
Yeah. That's what I like to do.
I've seen you at down below the dam catching catfish before.
Yeah.
Do you still do that a lot? Do you do?
I do it all, man, when I can. Now I've been head down for about 2 years with this building program.
Yeah.
But I'm telling you now, and I'm putting the world on notice, I'm fishing this next year. And my wife is like, please do, go, get out of here.
Yeah.
Fishing and hunting, I got to get it back because I've
Yeah.
just really laid it on the shelf and I have missed it so badly.
Yeah.
But yeah, I do. I love to catfish for blue catfish and
Yeah.
trout fish. I fly fish a little.
Do you really?
Yeah. So anything fishing, I'm all in. I got way too much gear and all that stuff.
Listen, you got to I have been on one guide trip my whole life,
Okay.
and you got to look for Richard,
The river pirate.
the river pirate.
The one we had on the podcast.
We had him on the
Okay.
podcast. He is white bearded, white headed, 42-year-old man, and an absolute hoot.
Where does he operate out of?
Beaver
White
tail
River.
waters.
Oh, okay. Trout fishing.
Trout fishing.
I want to meet him.
You listen. The guy knows the White River upside down.
I thought I was a, pretty good fisherman, and he was talking about stuff, and I was like,
Oh yeah,
all right, man, this guy knows what he's
Nice.
he knows. I promise you, he knows the White River.
Yep.
And I've fished the White River my whole life. We camp there every year. I counted it up this year. I think I've been 30 years. camping.
Really?
Yeah.
During the white bass run or just for trout?
Just for trout. And so I knew I've caught trout all my life. I've not been great at it, but I could sit there all day and catch a mess.
Yeah.
But my friend Brandon Morgan, the one that fell and broke his neck this year. Did you see that on?
I've heard something about that. Yeah.
He's been going camping with us, and he called me one day and he said, "Hey, we're gonna catch some trout this year." And I said, "Well, I usually do." And he said, "Well, I've never have, and we're gonna catch them this year." And I said, "Why do you say that?" And he said, "I hired a guide."
Ah.
And he hired Richard, and so we met him at the ramp, and Richard backs his boat off in there. It's a flat bottom river boat, and he's got this parrot skeleton mounted on his outboard motor, and he's called the River Pirate.
Pirate. Yeah.
And he wears a bandana and
Got the beard, the whole nine.
and man, I'm telling you, we learned a lot going with him, and
It's a finesse game.
yeah, and
That's a finesse game.
we caught a 20-inch brown.
Wow.
Yeah, and limit on all of us, and but the thing was, it was so much fun.
Yeah.
So much fun just being with him and listening to the stories, and
Yeah.
I would highly
I
suggest.
want to hook up with him.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
River Pirate. He's
Get back
good.
into that. Yeah. Have you ever been to Canada fishing?
Mm-mm.
So I've been to Canada, been to Alaska. Those are things you guys would just love to do.
I've always wanted to go to the Skeena River
In Alaska?
and it's Canada,
Oh, Canada.
I think.
Okay.
Maybe it was, but you can go catch steelhead.
Yeah, I've never done that.
I want to do that really bad.
I have a good story from the Boundary Waters. So there's 2 million acre wilderness between Canada and Minnesota called the Boundary Waters. Yeah. You have to make a reservation to go in it. They only allow so many people in a year. Mm-hmm. You have a route that you canoe, and you go from this lake to the next portage across to the next lake and just do this circuit. Anyway, went with a group of about 7, 8 guys, and took my son with me. He was young, and we went up there, had a good time, and we'd been fishing for walleye and pike and smallmouth. Mm-hmm. And I'd been catching some smallmouth on topwater, just a little pop R, got a little dish face, splash that water, and they'd come nail it. Justin had tried it. For whatever reason, he couldn't catch one on it. The whole time, he caught some fish, but not on that. And it was our last day, and it rained, and so we were stuck in the camp for a while. Finally, the rain let up. We're in rain gear, and it just got still as a mouse out there. I said, Justin, let's go give it one more shot. He said, okay. We jump in. He said, Dad, I really want to catch one on that top water. I said, all right, let's try it. So we go over in kind of a bay area, and it was just super calm. He zinged that thing out there, and it hit the water, and there was a swirl the size of this table. Ooh, I said, oh, my goodness, Justin, that's a monster. Missed it. The thing came back and got it, and we didn't have a steel leader on. Those things have teeth. Normally, they'll cut that line.
Yeah.
But it hooked him just right.
So,
God bless
so is a pike?
the northern pike.
Yeah.
And it was a monster, a 40-plus incher.
Dang.
Monster.
Wow.
So the fight was on. We're in this canoe, hooping and hollering, and my guys over there about 200 yards away, they saw this whole thing, dragging us around. And I didn't have a net in that boat. So I said, Justin, the only way we're going to get it in is you got to wear it out. And I'm going to get on my knees. I'm going to try to dip it in like this. Yeah. So I got down on my knees. The first pass, I missed him, and he went nuts, went to the bottom, fought him back up. And the second time, I dipped that sucker in the boat. Just grabbed 2 hands, pinned him down, longer than my leg and bigger than my leg. So I had and he's popping the sides of that boat, holding him down. Finally, I got him on a steel, one of these little cheap stringers. You know what I mean? Just the little metal. And the guys were over there, show us the fish, show us the fish. So I stood up and I held this fish up, and it straightened it.
Oh, that metal piece?
Yes.
Oh, no.
When it did, I made a dive for it. And when I did, I flipped the boat.
Oh, gosh.
This just keeps getting worse.
Oh, my gosh. Chaos broke out. So now I'm worried about my son. We're both in rain gear, no life jackets. And he was fine, calm as a cucumber, thank God, because he knew how to swim. We grabbed the boat and gathered up what tackle we could and got out of there. But anyway, I got him a replica of that thing made.
Oh, yeah.
Because I knew how big it was, roughly. Mm-hmm. And so he's got that monster.
I mean, he landed it.
We landed it.
Oh, yeah.
He caught it.
Sure.
And I dipped it in my arms. But it was a great story.
I've always wanted to go muskie fishing.
Beasts.
It's crazy because I've never caught a pike or a muskie, but they look they look a lot alike.
They do.
But they say, but apparently a pike is fairly easy fish to catch.
Very much so.
And they call a muskie the fish of 10,000 casts.
Hard to get.
Hard to catch. But they look like the same fish.
Yeah.
That's weird.
I don't know.
Yeah.
It's weird.
I've never been fishing for either one of them.
I've fished for pike at 11 Mile Reservoir in Colorado. I didn't catch any. I caught some kokanee salmon.
What do you catch a pike on?
We used a little spoon called a Cyclops made by Mepps. And, you want to put a nice swivel on and a steel leader. Mm-hmm. But they're aggressive. You're right. I've caught them And of course, up in some of those lakes we used to go to, I'm not sure they'd ever seen a human being, and the fishing was unbelievable. But I've caught a pike that we'd save for lunch, you know.
Probably like super clear water.
Super clear, kind of tea-colored water, but you could see all the way to the bottom.
Yeah.
And anyway, I've had those fish that were on the stringer with a hook through their mouth lash out and strike at that lure coming by.
That's funny.
You talk about aggressive.
It's kind of like the coon I caught the other day. Did you see that?
No.
I put out two hand traps on each side of the tree they're like 10 foot apart, and the coon reached down and grabbed and got caught in one and pulled it up and got it loose, and then got his other hand stuck in the other one. When I got to him, he had both hands caught.
He wasn't going anywhere.
Oh my gosh! I thought that's what greed gets you.
That'll
buddy.
get you, baby. So I have a question for you guys about mature bucks.
Okay.
You're hunting the same properties year after year.
Mm-hmm.
You get a big old mature buck on camera. You get him harvested. Crazy to me that somehow mature bucks keep showing up on those
It
properties.
is amazing.
How's that
Yeah.
happen?
It is amazing.
I think they just, I can speak for the place that I just came from tonight. It's just such a thick place, thick bedding area, and the big one, the most dominant buck in the area, others just know when he's gone.
I think that's the case.
And they're like, this is the bedding area to be in.
Yeah.
Like, this is a safe haven.
I'm going to take it.
I'm
now.
taking it over.
Pecking order.
That's
Yeah.
what I think happens.
Okay.
Matter of fact, the other night, I was sitting in that tree stand, and I told Logan this, and I've got it on film. I don't know if you can see the deer, but I was filming, and I was sitting there. It's a stand that I've sat in for years, and like I said, just to the south of it is the thickest stuff you can imagine. And all of a sudden, I start hearing this buck grunting his head off. And I was like, oh, man,
Here we go.
I instantly just got the chills whenever I heard him, and I was like, all right, he's going to come in. It sounded like he was like 30 yards away from me, but it's so thick there was no way you can see him.
Yeah.
Well, then I turn around, and it's a place where these deer always come from, where I'm talking about. But I turned around, and I looked, and I see this deer. I couldn't tell what it was. Couldn't tell if it was a buck. Couldn't tell if it was a doe. But it was headed towards the west. And I was like, oh, man, I thought maybe I had a chance for him to come in. And that deer left out to the west, and I was like, all right, well, he's gone. And then like 2 minutes later, I hear the grunting from the same spot. And I think what it was another smaller buck came in there to his bedding area, and he was like, hey.
Agitated.
No, get out of here. And the one that I seen was the one he ran off, and he was still just right in there, like 30 yards away. But that little buck, what I was saying earlier, that little buck, whenever he gets big and that one that's in there is gone, he'll probably move in.
Will you rattle during the rut or just pre-rut?
I'll rattle. I rattle probably too much.
We rattle, I'd say 2 weeks. 2 weeks probably. I just started a few days ago.
But you'll do it right on into the rut.
Yeah. From my experience, when a buck's locked down with a doe, when he's got a doe, it's hard to pull him off of it.
Yep.
That's just my opinion. Chase said something different today. If he thinks that buck's going to take the doe, then he will fight him off. But
Yeah, if you come off, in my opinion, if you come off as super aggressive, like I'm here to steal her,
yeah,
you might have a chance. But it's tough.
yeah.
Yeah.
The big buck I was showing you earlier, he was on another property just west of here that I lease, and I was on it, and I saw him for 5 seconds from 100 yards, and I didn't see the doe, but I'm pretty sure he was with a doe. Just the way he was acting, he was kind of walking with his head up and really strutting.
Had to look.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I grunted, and he turned and looked at me like, I'm getting ready to whoop somebody, and I thought, here he comes.
Yeah.
And never got him to turn. He just, as soon as he heard me, he made a scrape immediately.
Really?
And then followed the doe, I think.
Yeah.
So I think, I don't think it hurts anything to do some grunting and some rattling, but in my opinion, when they're locked down with a doe, it's hard to get them off of.
Yeah.
We've asked this question on the podcast before. What is your opinion of the rut? And I kind of, whenever we asked it in the other podcast, I kind of knew. I know the other guys, and I knew kind of what they were going to say. I already knew their opinion of it.
Right.
I don't know yours, so
Yeah.
I would kind of be interested in.
As in, like the scope of it when it begins.
When
or?
you okay, you're hunting, you know, you hear somebody say, "Oh, seen a big buck chasing a doe today. The rut's starting." What is your first opinion or your first thoughts about it? Or just the rut in general.
Yeah. So I've done a little bit of reading. I think that primarily rut is induced by the lunar cycle more than the weather. Although I think the weather does help enhance it. It's kind of like adding fuel to it. But when the does first start ovulating and coming into heat, it's kind of like if you're going to breed a bunch of cows, there'll be 2 or 3 come in first, and they sort of set off a avalanche of everybody else.
Yeah.
I think you see that happening in a pre-rut stage. Like I've been seeing scrapes for 2 months. You know, weird. But in some ways, deer, this is going to sound crazy, rut for much of the winter.
Yeah.
But I think they start early with 2 or 3 that kick in. Then I think the bigger majority, and that's when you see the bucks just running crazy and losing weight and their tongues hanging out, and just, you might get a glimpse of them for 5 seconds and then they're gone. Just that rabid chase. Then it cools down, and then 30 days later, that cycle starts again when the unbred does.
Just less does.
Fewer does, so it calms down a little bit.
But you as a hunter, whenever you hear that somebody say that, are you excited about it? Do you get excited about it?
Yes, I do.
Yeah.
I do, because I think the reason I do is because I think the bucks that are going to be nocturnal, you'll have a better chance of catching them in the daylight. That's the only reason. Because I think they may slip up if they get after a hot doe, and they're going to forget about throw caution to the wind.
I'll let Chase tell what he's going to tell. But
I want to hear it.
I hate the rut.
You hate the rut?
I hate it. I've said it on here before. I'll say it
Because they
again.
go everywhere?
No, because and it has to do with the way we hunt.
yeah.
I would probably love the rut if I was hunting a 500 acre farm or something like that. But the places where I hunt are so small.
I got you.
And I don't have the does.
Yep.
And what
keep them there.
And what does I have, they leave during the rut, and I don't see anything.
Yep. Totally get it.
I hate the rut.
Every year,
I get it.
Every year we get so excited about the rut being here, and then about halfway through the rut,
I hate the rut.
We look at each other and go, I hate the rut.
I know. I tell you what, though, truth be told, I bet you guys would agree, more mature bucks killed post-rut when you can super pattern them on the feed.
Yeah.
You know, they
That's
get
my-
real predictable.
That's my favorite time to hunt. And a lot of people don't like this because you have to deal with the chiggers and the ticks and the mosquitoes and stuff. But October 1
Really?
to
Yeah.
October 14th.
When they're starting to feel it just a little.
You can catch a big buck in their summer area only for about a week in October.
Yeah.
And if you can find where he is in his summer location, it's pretty easy to pattern him. And it's still difficult to get him on corn or whatever, but you can get his pattern down. But as soon as it's like a week into a season, usually
It changes.
Yeah, acorns drop, persimmons drop. They'll walk past the corn pile
Every time.
persimmon.
Or white oaks.
I've killed more big bucks in the first week of October than I have. I've killed more big bucks over the past 5 years. I'll say it like that. Over the past 5 years.
Really? In the first week?
On the first week of October than I have my entire life during the rut.
Wow, that's saying something.
Yeah. Yeah, it is.
Yeah. I've killed some good ones at the end. But I love what you're saying, and I don't disagree with it. The rut is...
It's not fun hunting, though.
It's tough. No, I hate the chiggers and the sweat.
Yeah.
You know, walking in, I
rough.
get all sweaty and have to try to contain my odor and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Challenge.
Speaking of odor, I was going to say this before, like right whenever we started, but I forgot. If I stink, it's
good.
because I got my backpack out of my truck. I parked in the field over where I was hunting, and I got my backpack out of the truck, and I set it on the ground, and I grabbed my gun, my muzzle loader out. I shut the door and I picked my backpack up, and I realized I set it in
Cow patty.
a big old pile of cow poop.
Cover scent, baby.
That's what I was thinking whenever I was
Cover
walking
scent.
in. I was like, maybe I'll cover.
I've got a good one. I bought this one called a buck bomb, and
Sounds dangerous.
yeah, it was.
Oh, that's the ones that you set off, and it's like,
I had no
you
idea.
can't stop it.
I had no idea. I was in the blind.
Oh, no.
I was in the blind, and I thought that I would just kind of hold it out the window and just kind of go, and just kind of
No,
Puff it.
it doesn't stop.
You can puff it if you don't push it down too far.
Oh, okay.
But I pushed it down too far, and it locked,
Oh, no.
and it sprayed me in that blind, and I thought I was going to die.
Oh,
This is the worst smell ever. But I just ran across that story on Facebook. I'm going to post it again because it is funny.
On Cover Scent, there's a Brother Bill story that I still do to this day. We would walk in. Of course, here I'm a 10-year-old boy
Yeah.
tracking this guy in, but he's got old grass.
Yeah.
We need to stop, get us some cover scent.
And we'd get us a cedar, strip it down, bruise it all up really good in our gloves, put it all over our head, our whole body. To this day, when I'm going in on my four-wheeler, I stop by a couple cedars, break it down, rub my head, my face,
Never heard of
everything.
that.
I don't do it that way, but what I do is, so I've got a big tote, like a big giant tote. That way, like if I'm going, we go camping out at Lake Uchi, deer camp and stuff, and I can just pick it up, throw it in the back of the truck, and it's got all my hunting clothes in it. And every year, I cut a bunch of cedar branches.
Yeah.
And I put it in that tote.
Good.
And I leave it in there all year long. And then next year, I'll get another cedar branch, some more cedar branches, and put them in there. I need to clean it out because all of them, over time they die, and those
Trickle to the bottom.
Oh my gosh, you'll
Yeah,
get you a shirt that you hadn't
yeah.
worn in a few years. Oh man, it'll
Lights you up.
light you up.
Yes, it will.
The oil in that cedar is really pungent, and it's a good cover. Yeah.
I didn't really believe in the cover scent thing.
Okay.
And I went to a Ducks Unlimited thing for my little brother that makes the duck calls, Will. And he he was being inducted into the Hall of Fame for his duck calls.
Wow.
And so I went to Nashville where they had the huge event, huge. I took up the what's the what's the big building in Nashville, the country music? What's it called?
Grand Ole Opry.
It took up the Grand Ole Opry place.
Expo Center.
Expo Center.
Yeah.
And I was walking through there, and off in the corner was this redneck, and he said, "Do you hunt?" And I said, "Yeah." And he said, "Do you use cover scent?" And I said, "I don't believe in that stuff." I was just picking on him.
Yeah.
And which I didn't really, but I was just picking on him. And he said, "Let me see your finger." I was like, "Where's this going?" Okay. Give him my finger, and he reached down below him and grabs this glass bottle and takes the lid off and sticks my finger down in it. And I'm like, "That's gasoline." I put my finger in gasoline.
You smell it.
I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure that they would probably frown on this. You having gasoline in here.
Wow.
And he said, "Pretty strong, huh?" And I go, "Yeah, it is. I didn't really want gas."
Gasoline on my feet.
And he gets out this spray bottle and just sprays her down.
Yeah.
He said, "Smell of it." And I smelled of it, and I was like, I don't smell the gasoline at all. Completely gone.
That's crazy.
And I still can't think of the name of that company, but he was going to be
Yeah.
big. I promise.
I tell you how I know it works is that early season when you talk about bugs and mosquitoes, which I hate mosquitoes, and get in there sweaty, and here they come. And I started taking a spray bottle of that dead downwind and just spraying my face, my neck, my head. Disappear. They can't smell me. They come because they smell it. That scent. That's how they get to
Yeah,
you. So that was my teaching. Yeah, I put it on, and for me that worked. I'm like, holy mackerel,
That's pretty amazing.
Yep.
Well, even if it doesn't work for deer, it works for mosquitoes. Keeps
That's
them
right. It'd
away.
be
That's
worth
right.
It would
You may
be
not
worth
get a
it.
deer, but
Be worth it.
Yeah. Right on.
Indeed.
So, you've had a building project going on for 2 years. Is that what you said?
Well, I've been in the planning stages for years.
Yeah.
And we finally built it. It took 14 months.
Yeah. It's
Is
beautiful.
it done? Is it finished?
Finish. Yeah.
I drove by it the other day, and I was wondering if it was.
Yeah.
I mean, it looks great on the outside. I didn't know if the inside was finished.
Come by, I'll give you the nickel tour sometime.
We'll have to do that.
You're welcome always.
Yeah, that I loved how you got everybody involved to lay the sod.
Yeah.
And I think there was. Did you carry some pews over there or chairs or something?
Altars.
Altars.
The altars out of our old church.
Uh-huh.
Our elders carried those across during our dedication, and we have those in the new church.
That is awesome.
Just like they've been for years.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that is awesome.
it is. It's a special house. It really is.
Uh-huh.
And seeing God do some great stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Of course, the enemy hates that, right? Mm-hmm. And so the battle is always on. But
Yeah.
greater is He
Right.
that's in us,
That is right.
He that's in the world.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Building projects come with problems, doesn't it?
They do. There's challenges. You have to really feel called to do it, I think.
Yeah.
And
Well, if God's involved, it'll happen.
yeah, we tried a couple times and didn't work out. First time it was a little too much for us financially. Mm-hmm. And so we said, let's cut the building in half, redrew it, re-engineered it. COVID hit. We went ahead and got the bidding, and when we got the bids back, half of the building cost more than the entire building originally.
Yeah.
So we said, okay, well, Lord, I get your hint. I'm just not going to do this. I was worn out. And I said, whenever you want it, if you want it, I'm here. If you don't, that's okay too.
Uh-huh.
A few months later, I was thumbing through this magazine, saw a little advertisement of a group that I'd seen back when I was in college many, many years ago in the 80s. And this church building group. And so I just felt a little nudge to call it. I called it. The president answered the phone, and we talked. And he said, I'm going to fly down there and see what you got, see if I can meet your need. And that was the beginning of building that building.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Awesome. God will provide.
He will.
Yeah.
He will. He will.
Yeah. When we built on in 2012, I believe, we were just busting at the seams, and we didn't. I say we. Logan didn't have a clue about anything. Still don't. But
I feel you.
but we were busting at the seams, and it was time to build. And so we planned it, and had my brother tell me that he said it's going to take us 4 years to get this done and paid for. We were planning on not borrowing any money. We were just going to, save a little bit, put up a building, save a little more, and do as much as we could. And in 18 months, we built a new church, and it was paid for and completely done.
Wow.
And we were going to put a baptismal in the church, and in the middle of building the church, we had one day that we were going to baptize some people, and it just became a really special day. I just know that it was. I got to tell you the story. When I was before I was a pastor, one of my best friends was moving out of his house and needed some help, and I went to help him. And when we were carrying his dresser drawer out, he pulled the top drawer out, and he grabbed this white hanky, and he said, "You know what that is?" And I said, "Don't have a clue. It looks like a handkerchief." He said, "Your grandpa baptized me, and he used that hanky on me, and told me that I could keep it."
Oh my!
And he kept it in his top drawer his whole life to remind himself.
Awesome.
You know what I mean?
I do.
And so when he told me that, I thought, how special is that? He wanted to keep that forever, And so when I became a pastor and when I started baptizing people, I would write down their date on their handkerchief, and I'd say, washed by the water, this is the date. And so it kind of became a tradition for us to do that. And so this day, we had planned on baptizing about 7 or 8 people. I don't know the exact number. And I didn't have, I wanted to make sure I had enough handkerchiefs.
Yeah.
And so I went down to the church and I looked, and I had, I think I had a dozen. And my mom was in town, and I called her and I said, "Hey, if you're in town, why don't you just go ahead and grab me another package of them, and just to make sure,
Yeah.
Maybe for next time, something comes up, I will have extra." And so the next day, we end up going to Flint Creek to baptize some people, and we had just a phenomenal worship service.
Praise God.
And it just kind of built, and when we got down to the creek, I had the handkerchiefs that I thought were 12 were actually 11, and my mom's package was a 6-pack, so I had 17 handkerchiefs, and I was standing in the water, and I just asked, one more time,
Anybody want to be
baptized? And people just started coming out.
Wow.
And they come out into the water, and I'm starting to kind of freak out because I don't have enough handkerchiefs. And
That's a good problem to
I
have.
start counting, and there were 17 people stepping into the water.
My.
And I was like, oh my gosh. It was just like, we're supposed to baptize people in the creek.
I love that, man.
So our baptismal went out the window. We decided,
We're going to the creek.
We're going to the creek from now on.
Why not?
Yeah.
Why not?
So we've baptized a few lately in the tub at the church.
Yeah.
But that's fine. I just know that day was a special day.
Special day.
And,
Yep. When God moves. You know, and I've been saying this lately, but I believe that history will record that we're living in one of the greatest revival moments of the entire history of the world.
I see it.
They're saying in the Southern Hemisphere, 39,000 people a day giving their life to Christ.
Are you serious?
39,000.
That's amazing.
It's happening everywhere.
It's everywhere.
Yes.
It's everywhere.
Yes.
And I don't know if it's the same. I'm sure it is, but I see youth.
Yes.
The young people's
Fired up.
the ones that are leading it.
Praise God for that.
I really do believe.
Man, yes.
I've seen it.
Every great revolution in history has been started by young people. So it's happening again, and college campuses are on fire.
Yes.
Satan
Football
has thrown
players.
everything he could
Yeah.
at the church to try to stop it, but the gates of hell will not prevail.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
I'm pumped.
Yeah.
I'm blessed
too.
to live in this moment.
Yeah.
I consider that we are so, so blessed.
Yeah. I
And I'm
agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
Entering into the season of Thanksgiving, man, I just try to more and more be thankful because I'm going to do a little sermon series on Thanksgiving. But I know for me, it's real easy to take things for granted, people for granted,
Yeah.
you know, relationships. We assume that we'll see them again or be with them again. We don't live in the moment with our spouses, with our kids, etc.
Yeah.
Years ago, I was with a guy we were part of a youth committee, and when he was a former football player for the University of Wyoming. Wonderful guy. Played ball together, and I guarded him that night, and we shook hands, parted ways. He's going back to Wyoming. I'm coming to Arkansas, and the next day I got the news he was driving in a blizzard and got in a car accident and got killed. And I was just with him just hours before, you know. So better enjoy every moment and be
Absolutely.
grateful, you know,
Absolutely.
grateful for
Be grateful.
every time you sit in a tree or a duck blind or a boat. Soak it in, man. It's good stuff.
That's
Yep.
right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah, it's best place to talk to him is in a tree stand.
That's right.
Yeah, I believe
20
it.
foot high.
Holy Spirit's at 20 feet.
Yeah. That's right. That's good. Tim, I've had a blast talking with you tonight. I've enjoyed it. I appreciate you coming.
It's an honor.
Our honor.
Thank you for letting me come. Love what you guys do.
Do you like hats?
I do.
Well, there's pick you out one there,
Well, thank you.
and a coffee mug.
Well, let me pay for those. I
No,
want to do that.
You're good.
Man, I'll advertise far and wide for you guys. That is super nice.
Yeah. Yeah, my brother does those.
Really?
The one that does the duck calls. Yeah, him and his wife.
Where does he operate out of?
Well, he was in Siloam, but he's here now. He's
out
the
here.
one that bought half.
He does
okay.
those too.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
he did our hats and
Oh, those are
the branded duck. I think they've made something for you. It was a box of some kind.
banded duck.
The branded duck.
Branded duck.
They made something. I know because when I was there having them do something, he said, "This is for Tim Estes."
How long ago?
Last year before last. I don't remember. I think it's when Rex was being done. I'll remind me to show you the shotguns that I had him.
Okay. Yeah, well,
But,
I want this camo.
Okay.
Is that okay?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Wow, man. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Super generous.
No problem.
You're welcome.
I'll find a way to reciprocate to you guys. Come into
Oh
Siloam.
man,
We'll
just
go
giving up your time to
have
come
a
up. You
happy
give
meal
up,
together.
All right. You give up some hunting time to come be with us tonight.
Oh, man. You know what?
know how
haven't
busy you
been
are.
out there.
Yeah.
I'm planning to go tomorrow, first time.
Good.
So
Well, we're praying you get one hammered down.
I hope so. You guys too.
Yeah.
And I'll be watching for it.
Right.
You picked a good time to go. They're running around like crazy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Tomorrow ought to be good.
It should be.
Yeah.
Driving up the road, coming out here, there were 3 or 4 of them right there on the edge of the fence line,
Yeah.
jumping around.
Right now's the time you start seeing them hit on the highway.
Oh, yeah.
Exactly.
Yep. Yep. Yep.
Exactly.
Anyway, well, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Tim.
Yeah.
My pleasure.
Been
God bless
fun.
you guys.
Yeah.
You too.
Thank you.
Thanks for watching, everybody.